The host has started broadcasting the meeting on custom live streaming.
There it goes.
Leave meeting button. Got it button. Thanks.
Oh my God.
Leave meeting. Got it button.
Trump, and you ain't black.
Thanks. Zoom.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Top of the time zone. I'm Alan C. You're with Johnny J in the house, here on the Innervision FM universe. You're not going to want to miss today's podcast. Brought to you by Bonefields Foundation, Chinook Foundation, Christian Brothers Moving Company, Englewood, Colorado. Also, Richard Damiano of the Littleton Eye Clinic. Stay with us.
Oh my God.
That's who we love, and that's who we serve.
How dare you?
We dare every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
So James Brown, I tell you, this business is on. Man is on. Check them out. This is the Godfather, so James Brown saying, stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, everybody, we are here. We're live, and we're very much in person, right?
Blah 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh man,
How's it going out there, hey Joe? And how's it going, Johnny?
going fantastic, man. It's going fantastic. It's been one of those fun, hectic days. Just getting stuff together and paperwork and all that kind of stuff. But it's been fun. This is the second day.
On my shirt, got pizza sauce on my phone.
Oh man, this is the second day. We had a was it a 4-day week, 5-day weekend? I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we had a 5-day weekend. So happy past President's Day, and hope you had a good one and did some fun things. Some people went skiing and I think they had to come back on Monday and they went skiing for the weekend. So that'll work. And then let's see what else. Got a lot of music news today because I was looking over like Combo's newsletter that sent out, and I'm cheating a little bit because I go over there and I find all the stuff that they're talking about, and I say, well, that sounds interesting. So we're going to show Harmonies and Headlines. The
John
Innervision
Travolta's birthday.
It is. And I
Yes.
didn't even look into today's.
He's same age as me.
Oh yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know if he's not holding. Well, I think he had his face stretched back. I think they all get that stuff done at one point.
They all get a facelift.
You can't see me, but
For
Oh,
those in the
man.
Innervision FM universe, we need to know from you what just happened there. Go ahead, click share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us poor blind folk here know what Hey Joe just did there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
ancient Chinese secret.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Egg yolk.
Welcome to Innervision FM tonight with Johnny J, Hey Joe, and yours truly, Alan C. We've got a pretty cool lineup for you tonight. In the music industry, we've got Harmonies and Headlines dealing with Jon Bon Jovi, who's in the news.
Erica
looks
Brown,
like-
well, she's a local blues artist here in town. She's going to be doing a seminar this coming Monday at 7 p.m. And so, and if you want the link to that, info at Innervision FM. That's info at Innervision FM. And don't wait until Monday.
Yeah, do it now. Do it now.
Yeah, I was like, come on. As soon as you see this, do that. And we get a lot of impressions on LinkedIn. A lot of people watch it on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, I just put the hashtags. So if you're watching on Lincoln, I can't put all this text that I put on here. So I just put the hashtags there. So if you want to go to this history of R&B music in Colorado with Erica Brown, info at Innervision FM. Yeah. And and then some kind of legislation, rock out may, I'm not exactly understanding. It's sort of like it's going to impede some of the political artists that may have a political bent from performing in that city, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting.
Guess that's gonna rule me out.
Oh man. Well, in Florida, I'm thinking like, they're pretty, for the most part, they're pretty conservative.
Conservative, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't see them like banning like conservative views, but maybe who knows? Maybe there's a blue place there in Florida and
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, it's real blue.
Okay. And then this record store called Chain Reaction Records. Yeah, Chain Reaction Records. A car drove through their windows.
I saw that.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. They and sometimes, if I'm not looking at the camera, sometimes I get focused in on something else and I'm just looking away from the camera. So don't think it's just because I think I'm doing the Prince thing, turning off all the lights so you can't see me. The lights are out, but you can still see me.
The lights are on, but nobody's home. So
yeah.
What can you say?
So somebody drunk driving, most likely, ran the car into the front windows and just really wrecked the place. And they sell albums, CDs, and they're one of the few stores that are still left around. I think there's about 3 here in Colorado. 3 in Denver that I know of. Lakewood. Let's see. What is that place called? Ridge, Wheat Ridge, and I think still on Colfax, on York or Josephine and Colfax. And if there's any others, let me know if you live here in Denver, or if you want to Google that record stores. But anyways, so they did a GoFundMe because, and this is really weird, they didn't have insurance.
Still got 2 of them. Oh yeah, no.
So I'm thinking like, why, I thought most businesses had insurance just in case of, break-ins or merchandise or damage, but they didn't have any insurance. So they had to do a GoFundMe. So, in this article, they say a impaired driver, just say the driver was drunk.
He was trying to get in on the top 10.
Yeah.
The top 10.
Yeah. So, this is located. Their new location is 8799 West Colfax.
Oh wow.
Avenue in Lakewood.
99 Colfax.
It's got to be by car or somewhere like that.
Yeah. Not too far at all. Not too far at all. We ought to take a trip down there, Johnny.
You know what? I ought to see if I can get some of my CDs like a sign there, and then.
That reminds me, I've got a project back in Fort Collins I started with and I never finished. Oh gosh, darn it!
Oh, we can continue with this one because I did create a CD for Johnnie. And so I call him up and say, well, hey, what do you need? What do you need from us to get the stuff assigned there? And then I guess we need the artist to promote, hey, you can get my CD over at this record place. And by the way, I got to talk to him. He did his first Tony did his first internship at Roxy Theater on Welton.
Last week sometime?
This past Saturday. So I've been had a chance to call him to find out, hey, how did that go? So, yeah. Oh, and you might, if you want to find out like more of this music, you go to Combo's website, Colorado Business Association, and they got some great stories in there. But anyway, so the manager was nice. They moved him to another location, you know, and they're gonna fix up the old one, which I don't think they're gonna move back to the old one. And so the back and play. So if you like to get vinyl, or and my brother, he's about like 73. Yeah, he has a big, well, he has my vinyl collection, because when I left Denver, I didn't even remember that I left all these albums here.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. And so he asked me if we could have the albums. I said, Shh, go ahead. You know, I'm not doing nothing
Right.
with the
Right.
because I sold a bunch of them, and I thought that was all I had, because I had them in this crate. So I just must have took the ones that I liked, and then all the other ones, yeah, I just said, forget about it.
Huh.
So,
My sister has a big vinyl collection,
oh yeah.
mostly Beatles.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, that's the
Even
best
has the
one.
big the big bamboo album with the big paper
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
intact.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh man. So if you any of you vinyl lovers and you live in Colorado, that's the place to go. And I think even the one on East Colfax, they sell like CDs and vinyl too. Oh, Wax Track! I almost forgot about
Yeah,
Wax
Wax
Tracks.
Tracks. I was going to
Nice,
say, is
yeah.
Wax Tracks still
Yeah,
around?
yeah, they are still around. They're still around. So they're off of I think the street is 14th, either 14th or 13th Avenue. One of those. But they're there. I mean, you know, how many Wax Tracks could there be? So anyway, so there you go. There's some good music, and you can get it on vinyl. And who knows? Maybe one day I may get another turntable just for the fun of it. Why not?
We've also got a little bit of Jon Bon Jovi news, and we've got a little bit of news in Black History Month. Where do you want to go first?
Yeah, I guess Bon Jovi. He was talking at this award show. Let me skip down the. Oh yeah. Okay, his recent revelation of his vocal troubles, you know, and who would know, you know? Yeah, I guess, you know, you don't have to tell everything about your private life. So I guess he had his lungs, like, not his lungs, his vocal cords like operated on, and I guess he must have developed some polyps, because that's the thing that happens to a lot of
It's
musicians.
a common thing that happens with singers is they all develop polyps.
Yeah. So he's talking about his challenges, and I guess, you know, you think you guys have it all, you know,
Mhm.
but they do have some challenges from time to time, just as like what Toby Keith, when he was.
Oh.
I saw this interview, and I don't know, man. Sometimes these interviews, I don't know. And she's like, well, how did you feel when? I don't know. Yeah, I guess everybody, you know, would answer that question a little bit differently.
Right.
But it was this interview like way back when about probably a couple of months when he found out that he had the stomach cancer, and you know, how he was dealing with it. But this is like a revelation with Bon Jovi, and with that fantastic voice of his, and I guess what is he's probably hitting the 60s, I'm thinking.
I'd say 60.
Hold on. We're
How
gonna
old
find
is
out for
Jon
sure.
Bon Jovi?
You got it.
Let's see. Looks like 61.
Hey, he's just a young pup.
He's
He
just
is
a
a pup.
puppy. He's Rasta-Ruppy.
Yeah, Wax Track's location is 638 East 13th Avenue.
Ah, yes, I know it was
Oh,
one
yeah.
of those. Yeah.
They used to have a Wax Tracks on South Broadway, didn't they?
Seems to me they did.
Yeah. Yeah, well. So give Wax
Hmm.
Tracks some love.
Hmm.
Vinyl is still out there. You know, folks, as a matter of fact, I'm working with a fella in, I'm working with an individual in Colorado Springs that is really big into the old analog. And so this person just got, some of these digital turntables, to interface with some old style Pioneer rig that he's got too. I'm going to go down there in the next few weeks and take a look at what this individual's got. And
You think you can videotape it for us?
yeah, I'll at least videotape it if nothing else, because man, this stuff is awesome. And
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, and okay, I use the service, and right now I guess the albums are going for $33, and then of course if you sell them, you sell them for $50 or something
Right, right.
to make back some of your money.
Right.
But then if you buy a bunch of them, then the price starts going down. But if you just want to get one or two, it pretty much stays at that 33 mark until you start getting into the 5 and 6, and then it goes down a little bit, and stuff like that. So definitely. And we were talking about the next time they have the King's Day in Amsterdam, if we should have the funds available, we might go there and sell. I got an army of CDs from artists that either they stopped playing or whatever, and they went on to something else, or they went with another label and stuff like that. And so I'm thinking like, I should probably sell these, eventually. So that would be a good place to, if you have a King's Day King's Day, for people who have never heard of it before, is
Kind
where
of like Boxing Day, isn't it?
huh?
Kind of like Boxing Day, just after Christmas.
Something like that. But with no taxes. They don't charge any taxes. You can sell whatever. And I've heard of people like selling hamburgers for like $20-25. I think like, why do you have to up the price? Just because you don't sell any more, you don't have any taxes on it. But it's like, but people do it. So, so I don't know. It's one of the things. Okay.
In Black History Month, we've got Eric Brown. Is that his name?
Erica Brown. Is Miss Erica Brown, which when I worked for the Supreme Court, which is no longer around, it's called now the Sheraton Hotel. They used to have a dance place and have like bands come in to play, and I would sometimes play the DJ music between like her sets and stuff like that. And when they first started like going after musicians for paying their artists under the table, she had to like, she started, doing her books and everything like that. And because, they docked her for so much money because she wasn't, reporting it like, hey, because you know what you do, you get the cash and then you pay your artists cash money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she was starting to make so much money where, the tax man was starting to look at her.
Wow.
As they were looking at a lot of musicians. So, but she has a lot of history here in Colorado, and she does a lot of shows here in Colorado. And so she's going to give us like a little taste of Black history music in Colorado and how the history has gone. And I guess mostly 5 points and how it was in the heyday. It was the Mecca where all the jazz musicians came in and
Oh,
all the
absolutely.
other.
Absolutely.
Well, my sister played in a band in the 70s, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
In the 70s, and they were featured act with this band called Salt and Pepper. It was my sister, who's white, and then
wow.
a black.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that was before the other group, right? Yeah, it had to be before because rap wasn't even around back in the 70s.
Yeah, it wasn't rap. It was
I know,
pop
I know.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
Salt and Pepper got pretty big, especially in the about 1986, 1987, if I remember right.
Well, no. See, they were headlined as Salt and Pepper with the band that backed them.
Oh, I totally misunderstood.
It wasn't the band Salt and Pepper. No,
I totally misunderstood.
They were just the act that.
So they're
sang
the
for
original
band.
act before the act
you
Salt
bet.
and Pepper came on. I see.
And then she's also going to talk about this artist called Big Mama
Thornton.
Yes, so she's going to be talking a little bit of history about her, and I think she did like a showcase in December, just celebrating all these women, and that were they sold those songs. They
I think
may
if I
have not,
remember right,
yeah,
Big Mama Thornton was born December 12th. So the month of December, they really wanted to pay tribute to her musical contributions.
yes. And I was another lady named Brown, who I forgot her first name. I don't know if it was Freddie Brown or what, but they stole a bunch of royalties from her, and
Oh,
she
really?
fought and fought and fought, and then she finally got the royalties in the 80s. But this is like
Wow.
going back from the 50s, early 60s.
Wow.
And so she just kept saying, "Hey, I nearly built this record company." And I think what is that, we went to see the play about her. So anyway, oh, hey, wait, hey, what about TikTok?
What about TikTok? Uh-oh.
Oh, Johnny froze up.
Yeah. So let's see. What about TikTok? I don't see anything in the email about TikTok.
No, I didn't see anything in there about it either.
Well, what about TikTok? TikTok is taking the world by storm, destroying
Oh,
society
here it
one
is.
mind at a time. What do you
In
see?
industry news, Universal Music Group takes a bold stand against TikTok, highlighting platforms' contentious royalty rates. What does this mean for artists and future of digital streaming?
You are the host. Johnnie Johnson has left.
Johnnie Johnson has left the building.
The president has left the building. Well, so this is interesting. I mean, when you've got a big record company like Universal, that not only is in music, but it's also in the film industry, taking a stand against TikTok, what does that say? Especially given that there are probably
It's
about
China.
six.
Get out.
We got about six companies that rule in the television and film industry.
You are a co-host now.
And
Johnnie Johnson.
looks like Johnny's
Johnnie
back.
Johnson.
Yeah.
But very interesting that Universal is actually taking this stand, because China's huge and China is tech, and China is at the forefront of AI. And so, I'm thinking Universal is doing this, taking this stand simply because, well, they want to stay on top.
Yeah,
They don't want to become. They don't want to become irrelevant.
Right.
yeah,
Which is where that whole Hollywood industry thing is becoming irrelevant anyway.
Well, the
Nothing.
dinosaur age, I mean, my gosh, you can take artificial intelligence now, and in the next 5 or 6, 7 months, you're going to see these AGIs being developed, which is artificial general intelligence, or artificially generated work by these intelligences that are all but indistinguishable from the real thing.
yeah. So hopefully, TikTok will not get away with this. I mean, Spotify is getting away with a lot of shenanigans, and
Right.
now we have TikTok trying the same thing, and they always steal our stuff, take it over to their country, and then make number one songs from stealing other people's stuff without paying them.
That's right.
So yeah. So I think we covered all the topics today. Oh, don't forget Tara Clan, KLEEN. Use our code TK414, and you get some of this. This is the best cleaning fluid that you ever had. I mean, it's so versatile. No odor. Green. If you're into that green stuff. And check it out. Go to the website.
Soylent.
Soylent Green, it's people. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh man. Oh man. So check that out. And then of course go to Acorn. We did our show yesterday about Acorn. And if you sign up with our link that we had on our show, I uploaded it today. Oh, while this show is playing here on YouTube, that show is playing over there.
Oh, cool.
So,
Yeah, we're still kind of in negotiation with YouTube.
and who knows why?
Who knows why? But I
Yeah.
think a lot of creators are in negotiation as well. So we'll just have to see how things shake out here over the next few months.
Are you guys on Rumble yet?
We
Yeah,
are.
we're in rubber.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we'll keep doing it until well, I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, so everybody can have a fantastic weekend. We're gonna I'm gonna go to the store and buy some stuff. Yeah, whereas double, because I'm feeling like the prices here on food has like doubled.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so what used to cost me $30 is now costing me $60. And so I'm gonna go buy some of that expensive food.
You know, it's funny because I've got an uncle who lives in Mexico. I've got a friend that I'm trying to set up an interview. So I've opened dialogue with this lady in Macedonia. And, you know, of course, you know, you've got your wife who happens to be Russian. And so we have, you know, especially with Hey Joe as well in the Philippines, we've got many examples to show that this inflation that we're feeling here in America is absolutely fake.
And did you hear that he somehow forgave all these student loans? And now watch, it's going to go through the court. They're going to say you can't do that. And
Right.
these
Yeah, you
kids
can't
are
do
thinking
that.
like, yeah, these kids are thinking, oh yeah, we got away with it. But it's only to try to fool them because he thinks like, you know, he's kind of grabbed for low fruit, you know, and they will find out that all is not well. And maybe they might address like why these colleges are charging so much money in the first place when they really don't need to. But
Well, I was talking to that friend of mine in Macedonia, and you know, she was telling me, well, what they want here are degrees. They want the papers. And I said, but the papers are worthless. I mean, you can go, and I'm not saying that the educational institutions are bad. I am saying, however, that a lot of the stuff that you would learn in college and get a degree studying at university, you could just learn this same stuff right at a library or on the internet. So,
And if you did it at the library, you wouldn't have the left indoctrination to go
yeah,
with
you
it.
wouldn't have the bias.
oh, definitely. So, well, there's a lot of things to ponder.
Support your
Oh,
local
if you-
library.
Support your local library, support your local politicians that want to get in there and, you know, get involved and try to make changes at the local level, because that's really where it starts. Then it moves to the state level, and eventually, if possible, you know, we can make changes at the federal level. Special prayers for Donald John Trump, and special prayers for his incoming administration. A lot of folks think that the Biden administration is now moved from a situation where they're going to try to get another person to run instead of Biden.
Big Mike.
The Big Mike.
Yeah, Big Mike, yeah.
And, you know, we'll just have to see what happens. But I think more that the Democrats are wanting to go into a containment phase and see if they can just, well, okay, DJT is getting back in. So we got to try to do what we can to limit what he can do when he's back in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, everybody have a fantastic night. Shop till you drop. Yeah. And I'm going to do the same thing. All right.
See you
Thanks,
guys next
guys.
week.
Yeah, you too.
God bless.